Since their inception, it's fair to say that e-bikes have split opinion in the mountain bike world.
Yes, whilst they can offer plenty to a ride, there are still some haters out there who think they're just not needed and don't bring much to riding.
But is this new breed of lightweight e-bike the perfect tonic for mountain bikers who just want to do more? Well, today we'll tell you what they're all about, but also we're going to find some skeptics and one certified hater, pass them the bikes and see their reactions. Firstly, thank you very much to TQ for supporting this video and making our lives here at GMBN possible. We're on two different brand bikes today. I'm on a Scott, Rich on a Trek, both featuring the TQ system.
Yes, now I know out there in GMBN land, a few of you are, shall we say, quite convinced when it comes to electric bikes. However, this sort of new breed, Neil, I think, with their more normal looks, their ride characteristics, and the way that they feel, being closer to a normal bike, I think could be the very thing to convert them.
Yeah, I've been a fan of this type of bike for quite a while now, just for all those reasons, and the way it rides, amazing. So, talking about riding, Rich, I think we should take these bikes for a spin.
Let's do it.
So it's all a spectrum of the same thing, isn't it? How do you think the lightweight e-bikes compare to, let's say, full-fat e-bikes?
Neil, got a few things for you actually, because I actually only ride a full-fat e-bike generally.
Yeah.
This is the first time on a mid-powered e-bike. And it is obviously surprisingly far closer to riding a normal bike than I was expecting.
Trail bikes as well, so it feels like on the single track that we've been riding, and even on tighter single track, they're manoeuvrable, aren't they? They're
100%.
probably less fatiguing. I always find with the full-fat e-bike, they're great, loads of power obviously, but for long downhill runs, it's more like muscling the bike around, I suppose.
Exactly that. You feel like you're getting a workout, should we say, or beaten up when you're muscling a big bike about, whereas this, you know, under braking, under load, holding your body up essentially,
I think for
isn't as fatiguing.
Lighter riders as well, the sort of ratio of rider weight to bike will play in their favour as well. And also for lifting these things onto your bike rack or up some steps.
I've seen some people that you know, it looks hard work in the car park. I mean, it is great. What I sort of want to notice as well is the silence of these. You barely hear the thing going.
And another thing,
when I'm just pedaling it normally.
Yeah. Over on a full-fat e-bike, over the speed limiter, which is 15.5 miles an hour, it's like an anchor on the back of the bike.
Yeah, it's drag, noticeable drag, right?
Yeah, with this, you don't notice it, do you?
No, so if you were ever in the unfortunate situation where you were out of battery, I do feel you could ride this back to the car, back home or whatever.
But also, I find on faster trails where you are over them, you might as well keep pedaling. It feels good.
Last one I'm throwing out there is actually the effect it has on suspension. It is less than having as much weight.
I wouldn't have thought about that.
No, because to me it still feels like quite a lively ride. A full fat e-bike is great because it feels like an absolute tank. It's planted, right? You can just plough through stuff.
Yeah.
If that's the thing you're going for. I still like a bike to be manoeuvrable. I can chuck it around.
More agile, a bit more epic suited, dare I say, as well, for going out for big stuff.
Yeah, no, 100%. In this sort of travel range, I think that is still a valid point. But the fact that actually it didn't have as much of an effect on the suspension under braking and things like that was I definitely think a bonus. Today, I'm riding the Trek Fuel EXE, and from a distance, you wouldn't have even thought it looked like an e-bike, but it is. This then is the electrified version of Trek's Fuel EX, the completely unpowered, non-battery assisted model. But to look at, they are almost identical. However, on this one, we've got an integrated battery in the down tube. We've got a nice, neat display integrated into the top tube, and that all-important TQ motor centered around the bottom bracket.
The motor is the interesting part here. Billed as lightweight or mid-assist e-bikes, they don't have as much power as the full-fat e-bikes, but it's the torque numbers to look at here. That's going to tell you how it feels when you pedal. And the TQ has 50 Newton meters. Compare that to the 80 or 90 Newton meters you get on full-fat e-bikes. So they're a much lighter touch when it comes to power to the rear wheel, but also means these bikes can run smaller capacity, much lighter batteries in there to keep that system weight down, but also keep the full bike weight much closer to a regular mountain bike. And this is the key to the system. This is a TQ HPR 50 mid-motor drive unit. Look how small it is, much smaller than regular e-bike motors, and it's lightweight, 1.8 kilograms for this. It uses this harmonic pin ring gear system within it to make it small, but also it reduces the backlash within it you can get on some e-bike motors. It makes it feel supernatural when you pedal it, but also really quiet, that it's almost silent. The small size of this motor keeps that spindle length down as well to 135mm, which keeps that quack factor down. Do you know what a quack factor is? Q factor. It's basically how wide your feet are on the bike. So keeping it nice and small makes it feel much more like a regular mountain bike. There is a 360 watt hour internal battery, plus all these bikes have the option for a 160 watt hour range extender. On my Scott, it goes on this bottle cage mount here, so you either have 2 bottle cages or 1 and your range extender. The display has ANT Plus and Bluetooth connectivity to your smartphone app, but it's really the size of the motor and the package that gives these frame designers basically freedom to design their bike how they want. And you can see with this Scott Voltage, they've actually got that shock within the frame as well. So Rich, both are TQ assisted bikes. They're like proper trail bikes with their numbers, aren't they?
100%, yeah. I'm on the Trek Fuel EXE, like I said. This is the 9.9 XX1 AXS, Neil. Rolls off the tongue nicely.
It does.
But, you know, this is a 140 up back, 150mm up front, and it's about 19 kilograms.
And I am on the Scott Scott Voltage eRide tuned 900. No. How can I get that wrong? This is 155 rear travel, 164 carbon frame. Weighs in at 18 kilograms. So you think a lot of trail bikes are around the 16 kilogram numbers.
That's not much.
Not a big payoff in the weights, really.
Not at all, no.
Right, Rich, I think we need to get some people on board. Oof. Try and find some people and stick them on the bikes and see what they think.
Neil, to the field. Hey, fellas. Yeah, good. Come here, Mo. I got some questions for you, actually. Have you guys ever ridden e-bikes?
No, yes. No.
Never?
No, no.
What are your thoughts on e-bikes?
I don't want to ride one in case I want one. That's my problem.
Right. Okay, that seems to be a common thing, but you're not a hater, you don't open.
No, I think I can see the appeal of them, definitely.
You fancy having a go?
Yeah, I wouldn't say no to having a
Do you want to have a go on this one? Basically, I'm intrigued to see what someone who's never ridden an e-bike thought. This is a mid-powered e-bike, not a full-powered. It's got a 50 Newton meter motor in it, little tucked away in it, because it kind of looks like a normal bike, right?
Yeah, it looks like a regular one.
Yeah. And it rides, I think, like a normal bike too, but I'd be intrigued to see what you think. Go for it.
So it rides like a normal bike.
I can 100% see the appeal of one.
Really?
Oh yeah, really smart.
Even literally going up and down the fire, that sort of thing.
Yeah, we've been lapping here for 2 days and we're knackered now.
Oh really? So you know, if you had something that rode like a normal bike,
yeah, absolutely,
felt like a normal bike, but actually had that bit of help up the hill.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
Right, so your bank balance is going to get a bit lighter now, maybe.
Maybe we'll have to ask the missus.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got Mark here. Full disclosure, Mark works at GMBN. He's very good at his job, but he hates e-bikes, absolutely detests e-bikes. Can't stand to be within 6 foot of them. Mark, what's your problem?
E-bikes are my problem.
What's your problem?
They're just a scourge on mountain biking.
Okay, so more seriously, have you ridden an e-bike in the past, and what did you think?
I have ridden an e-bike in the past. So I rode a full fat e-bike, and I think my main problem was just that it felt very heavy. Like on the trail, it kind of felt quite dead and quite dull. Like it wasn't very poppy or playful or like agile or anything, which is kind of what I want from a bike, really. So that was my biggest kind of issue with it, really. The power was obviously nice, but it kind of felt too compromised for the power rather than for how it felt on the trail.
Did that kind of kill your curiosity with e-bikes completely, or are you keeping your eye on the market, or are you're happy where you are with your regular mountain bike?
I think I can see they're kind of going in the right direction, so it kind of killed my enthusiasm for them a little bit, but it seems they're kind of going more towards that lighter weight, slightly lower power direction now, which is kind of all I'm really after, I think.
Interesting. So I think you should take my bike for a spin, and we'll see how you get on.
Yeah, why not? Still definitely putting some power in. It's definitely not quite the same amount of assistance as a full fat bike, that's for sure. But equally, a lot easier than a regular bike. Yeah, that is a nice surprise. I was gonna ride it, but it might be a little bit underwhelming, but yeah, it's getting me up there pretty easily. You can definitely get some laps in. It is quite fun for just playing around on, that is for sure. It is insane how easily this is going up this. Like, having to work a little bit, but nowhere near a regular bike. And the grip you get is just ridiculous. Like, I'm not out of breath, and that is quite a hill. This is annoyingly fun. It's, yeah, quite financially damaging for me.
Do you feel changed?
Yeah, I mean, this feels exactly how I want it to feel. Like, it's not set up for me, but I can sort of feel the potential of it all. Whereas on my other previous e-bikes, they just kind of felt a bit dead and didn't really feel like how I want them to feel. But yeah, all good. Yeah, this is giving me food for thought. Yeah, it's certainly, I would be interested in a bike like this. There's probably like a few things I might want to change, but the concept is pretty dull, I reckon.
So are these the bikes that are going to convert the e-bike haters?
Do you know, I think they could be the bikes. I think the problem is you're always going to get someone who's, you know, people who aren't going to want to ride an e-bike.
I think what we've learned is you need to try and get people on them to try them. So demoing bikes. I mean, with buying any new bike, mountain bike, e-bike, whatever, if you are interested, try and get a demo on the bike and see if it's the right bike for you. But interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, and do you know what? We didn't mention this earlier, but what I really like, you know, a guy who likes to put in some big rides now and again, and you want to feel like you're getting something out of it. I think that's what puts a lot of people off.
Yeah.
But actually on these sort of lower powered mid-range e-bikes, you still can do a big long ride, stick it in eco, stick it in trail now and again, and you do get a proper workout. You still get that heart rate going, you still get them lungs and legs feeling like they've had a workout. So,
that's true.
You know, people who think that isn't going to happen because, oh, it's electric, it's just easy, that ain't true.
Jump into the comments, let us know. I'm sure you have been already. I've not looked, so after the video, we'll go have a look.
Yeah.
Do you think these mid-assist bikes might be the one for you, or are you a full power type of rider anyway, or are you still not interested? Or, like some of the people we spoke to today, they kind of want to hang fire and see what happens in the e-bike world.
Yeah.
It's hard to commit. But anyway, get involved in the comments, give us a thumbs up if you like this video.
See ya.